Hey everybody, it's Cypris. Welcome back to the wild, and welcome to anybody new joining us. Today I am going to attempt to make this Halloween themed wreath that you clicked on the thumbnail for. I have never made a wreath before. I have done a little bit of basket weaving work so long ago, it's like it was in another life. But I wanted to try, I don't even know what got into me that I wanted to try it. I think a couple of years ago I saw a spooky wreath and it kind of inspired me, so why not? I've got all the stuff I need here on the property. I've got grapevines out back. I've got lots of different vegetative detritus around the yard that I can use to decorate it with, and I think I've got some skeletons. I've got a cat man here. Yes. Some little skeletons I can put on it. So buckle up and let's see how well or poorly I pull this off. Right now is me behind the house, up in the trees, hacking away at the grapevines that I found back there. And a lot of them are really brittle and old, and every here and there I am finding a good kind of flexible piece. Some of them are long, most of them are not. And a lot of them that I find that I think are flexible turn out to be brittle. But it's fun, and I'm sure the trees appreciate me pulling these vines down, so, you know, we'll see how it goes. Now here, I'm trying to get them started in a bit of a circle shape. I watched a few tutorials and I am finding that the tutorials didn't have a lot of information for me about, do you need to soak the vines? Do you not? Is there a special age of vine that works better? Is there a time of year that you harvest the vines? I have no idea. I didn't find any of that, and I didn't really look that hard either. This is just kind of a whim thing that I decided to do. So basically I'm just taking these vines and curling them around each other and twisting them in the same way I would twist electrical cables to make them stay in a loop. So it seems to be working, more or less. The trouble I'm having is everything's getting brittle and snapping on me, and it's getting me frustrated, and my discard pile is bigger than my use pile, and that's frustrating me a lot. But I'm having fun being out in the woods. So you can see the shape isn't very circular. I'm trying and it's not working, but I'm persevering anyway. Alright, here's the finished product. It's not as thick as I wanted, it's not as circular as I wanted, but I ran out of motivation to go back and look for more vines because I kind of exhausted myself in that particular area, and I feel like I'm not gonna get it perfect on the first try, so this attempt is just to get myself familiar with all the problems that I run into, and then maybe next year I'll make something even better. Okay, here we've got the finished wreath. I have scare quotes for finished because I had originally intended to make this thicker, and then I wanted this to be more circular. It's not very circular, but I think in this position it sort of de-emphasizes how bad the non-circularness of it is. So for a first try, I think, I mean, it looks like a grapevine wreath, right? Now all I gotta do is decorate it. So I scoured the property, I found some stuff to use, and take a look. Here's what I found in the yard. I wanted to try to keep it all natural as much as possible. These are some scraggly greenery on the, well, actually you can see her right there, this evergreen over here. She has some branches that looked a little droopy, so I went ahead and took from there to lighten them a little bit. And those should stay evergreen for a little while. And then these are growing in the garden out front. They're just the flower bed. There's some kind of pokey evergreen. I don't know what they are. A ground cover. I have no idea if they're going to stay green for one day or a month now that they've been cut. So we're going to experiment a little here. These are maple leaves off of tree right here that is now denuded. I'm catching her with her leaves down. We really got no leaf color this year. I don't know, it's a weird fall, so all we've got are these rust browns, but they're still cool and very autumnal. I feel bad though, because I feel like it should have been this brilliant orangey yellow, and it didn't happen this year, so kind of sad. Did I just get a drop? That can't be right. There's a roof over me. Anyway, so some maple leaves here. These pine cones are from the same evergreen in the yard. So that tree's doing some double duty for me. And then these are from the flower bed as well. They're an evergreen type. They don't quite go all winter long, but they're lasting really nice into the fall. I don't know if they're gonna wither up in a couple hours or a week, but they look so cool with the purple and the dark green for like a Halloween type theme for the wreath that I thought, you know, we're just gonna experiment and see what happens. And there's other stuff here that'll hold up, that if they just get gross and I have to pull them off, at least I learned, and it'll look really good for a day. So that's what I've got to work with. Let's see if we can make this wreath look halfway decent. What do you guys think? Okay, so the furnace isn't running at the moment, so now's a really good time to talk. I've got everything laid out here on my kitchen floor, and I thought this was the best place to be able to clean up the mess afterwards. I would advise doing this outside, actually. I don't like being cold. And the cats sure enjoy having this in the house, don't you? All kinds of things to smell. And this is some Halloween decorations that I didn't put out because obvious reasons, but this is going to be on the porch, so we could make this a little festive here. But I'm going to put this in the cabinet because Jasper's going to eat the cobwebs and skeletons. And let's see if we can make this wreath pretty. Now, let's see, which side do I want up? That's up. Ooh, it's falling apart already. Uh-oh. I think we got a hibernating fly that woke up in the warmth of the house. It didn't look long. Now, for anything that won't attach itself naturally, I've got twist ties, because I can never seem to bear to throw those out because they might come in handy. For a more subtle look, you might want to use some kind of crafting wire, but these were free. So I have no idea what I'm doing, FYI. You probably could tell. I'm just having fun and experimenting. Okay, that works. outside. You probably can't see these guys, but I've got little spiders running all over the kitchen floor, and I'm not a fan of spiders. I'd still rather be warm and grossed out and freaked out than not freaked out and outside. Besides, well, no, I guess I wouldn't. It's gonna stay outside anyway, but there's always the little creepy crawlies. Of course, this is for Halloween, so I guess it's kind of appropriate that the spiders are crawling out of the twigs and freaking me out. Cats, where did my twist ties go? I think they walked off with them. Where's the dang twist ties, you guys? You guys, where the heck? Oh. Found them. They were in the den. And if you were wondering, I am using my food tins for this because, you know, why not? What did you find? You're not eating something you shouldn't, are you? Don't eat it. It's not food. So I was started worried that this was starting to look way too much like a midwinter wreath rather than an autumn one, but I think these leaves are really saving it. Oh, look at that. I have unintentionally made a cat trap. Are you stuck? No? Can you get out? There you go. No, those are for me, not for you to play with. You could hurt yourself. Alright, the only thing left is the spookiness. That's not for eating. No. Not sure how well these spiders show up, but I know they're there, so I think the skeletons are a little cheesy, but I don't have anything spookier this year. I'll probably be keeping my eye out for things that are a little bit more macabre, more natural. I'd love to get like skulls or something to put on here. So I'm looking at this like it's a start and we can build from here. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so let's go out and look and see how it looks. And don't worry about helping me clean up that mess or anything. I've been in relationships. I understand all about cleaning up messes all by myself, so. And here's what it looks like in a little bit more daylight. It's a lot better. You can see it a lot better. Like the color, I think, shows it better. So that's the wreath. I don't know, I think it turned out a little bit too Christmassy, too wintry, and not spooky enough. The maple leaves kind of saved it as far as keeping it back from being midwinter, but I think it's not spooky enough for Halloween, and I'm gonna keep working on it. But what did you think of this project? Have you done any of your own wreath projects? What kinds of ideas do you have for that? And what did you think of this? Do you like the cheesy skeletons? Do you think I have too much greenery on it? It definitely is looking evergreen to me. Oh yeah, these are my house plants. They were on the porch, now they're in the house. So tell us what you think. Let us know in the comments. Hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and keep it wild, guys.